So I want to go back to something you said, Sangeeta, about having that conflicting emotion of denial.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very common step in the process of grieving. And we've talked about grieving the loss of the child that you could have had
Yeah,
with autism parents.
yeah.
So, could you talk to us about your process of accepting Suvrat's autism?
So, Rachel, I think I'm one that with the diagnosis, it was not a long period of denial or of not accepting my child. It was more of what I can do at this point. So, I mean, I did not even hide from people. I don't know why, but it came to me like I need to do something, and my love for him was more than his diagnosis. So when I went there, I think my first 3 4 months while I was there in Delhi, when I met parents and I saw them, I thought it's just okay. It's just okay to accept and to work with the child. Um, yeah, I had my own, grief, like whenever I saw somebody smiling or laughing or doing something, I always thought like, how can this person laugh so much? Isn't she feeling too overweight by the diagnosis? But then gradually I realized, like, he is child first, he's your child first, and how you're going to behave with your child is actually the others are going to take it that way. So the acceptance has to come from the parent first. So that, the I do, when I see other parents, it could vary from few months to few years. For me it was pretty quick, because maybe I went to the right person where I got the right guidance, and I was probably a person who believes more in this kind of strategy, and says like, I am going to do something and I want to do help him out whatever way I can.
Hmm.
So that was not very easy, because you were living in a joint conservative family, and you don't want to totally, when you're trying and stepping out of it. So it was like, when you are thinking like that, I think it really helped me, because it was more a focus what to do rather than to grieve. I always said to myself, there's no time to sit and cry and grieve about it. Pull up your socks and get going. That's
Hmm.
what I was able to carry forward myself.
How did your husband handle the diagnosis and all of the treatments over the years?
So he is, I mean, like, he was a very big, he, in terms of emotional support, and the, when I said that I want to go for my training, want to live in Delhi for 3 4 months, he really supported me.
Hmm.
And by that time, when everything was happening, my extended family also started supporting me, that she's there for her son. And I think I got support from everyone. Initial 5 6 months were difficult, but then when I took the step, I got the support also from everyone.
Hmm.
So his dad, he was also like, okay, that this is what it is and we need to accept. And the physical part, training and everything, dealing with him was more with me, whereas other way, like supporting financially, emotional support, encouraging me to do everything, he was there throughout.
Yeah. That's wonderful that you guys were able to work as a team
Yeah,
to do what's best for your son.
yeah.
How did you balance the relationship between Shreya and Suvrit?
So I mean, like, I had to leave Shreya for 4 or 5 months back to Chandigarh. And of course, like, as I shared, there's nothing in Chandigarh. After that, also, I kept, going to Delhi for the follow-up programs to do with Suvrat. So Shreya she definitely grew up little faster than the other children, I would say. But I also realized that Shreya was a miracle child. I mean, like, where you treat average children like, okay, she was a wonder child to me, because whatever I said, she understood. Whatever we were able to understand each other. So I think more, I was able to understand her more, and there was no something like a expectations like, oh, you need to excel in your studies, or you need to do this and your this, and like I understood that like whatever she's doing is like amazing to me. And even if somebody told me, like I still remember I went to her parent teacher meeting, and then this class teacher told me, oh, she talks a lot and she does this and she's like such a naughty child and so on. I said like, oh really? And then she says, Mrs. Jane, I'm not talking in a positive way. And then I said, yeah, but then I don't know how to even stop not being happy about it, because where your one child doesn't play, is not naughty, doesn't speak, the other child is, the teacher is saying is she speaks a lot. And then
Mhm.
I mean, for me it was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand, but it was like something. Suvrat taught us the acceptance, I think, in our life. So it was just not the acceptance of autism, it was also acceptance of like my daughter is good. You can't, I don't have any complaints. The one thing, like as a a neurotypical child, where you would want your child to go out with the peers, have blast, and say like, oh, stop playing, come inside, it's time to do all that. And with the special child, with especially with autism spectrum disorder, your child doesn't go out to play, he doesn't have friends. And when this child is doing this, appreciate, acknowledge it. So where is the problem? I mean,
Mhm.
like, you balance it. It's up to you as a mother to balance your life, like you're getting from a child. So yeah, as I said, like she definitely grew faster. She was like a second mother to Suvrat. And while I was in Delhi, she also, whenever she had holidays, she would come and stay with me. I would take her to center. We would use her like a buddy to teach social skills to children. So she also enjoyed a lot of attention. So she was a part of it, a part of whatever training that we took from a day one. And when I introduced token economy with my son at home, so the token economy was applied to my daughter also, for her homework, for her reading, for her doing all whatever at home I was expecting. So I think we did try to strike a balance, although
Mhm.
I won't deny that my time went more with Suvrat. But
Mhm.
I did try on my level to somewhere balance. I mean, I can't say that I justified it, but there was still, a back of my mind, it was always there that I'm blessed that I have two children, and I need to really, really, appreciate and treasure this.
Mhm. You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.